today we're going to talk about how to get engagement in your Facebook groups. And so if you have a Facebook group, yes, in the chat, put group. If you currently right now have a Facebook group, in the chat, put group. Now, obviously, if you're on Instagram and TikTok, you can still put group because you can have a Facebook group. And so the Facebook group is typically for you to build a closer community. A Facebook group is typically that you can build relationships faster because it's in a private sector. Okay. Now, when your pages put group, if you have a group, okay, great. Your public page, like this is a public page. I'm just talking to the public, training the public, motivating the public. And so it's not private, right? And even though I can see some of you that show up every, at 1:30 for a quick lunch and learn, I get to know you. But if I really want to help you, people create a group, right? So I do have a group called Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration. It's my private group where I go live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and I bring people on screen so I can answer business questions. So it allows me to understand your business. It allows me to understand your struggles. It allows me to build a closer relationship with you as well. So when I offer something or when you offer something, I know who you are. When I see your stuff, I actually know you. And so if you're in that place where you do have a Facebook group, but your Facebook group isn't growing, your Facebook group has the same people and those people are not engaging and you don't know how to get more people to come to your group. Anybody? Yes. So if you don't know, when I started on social media just a couple of years ago, I had the same problem. So I'm talking from experience. So everything I share is what I know for sure from my experience. And so in what I've learned, because I've invested in courses and masterminds so I can be educated about growing online more effectively. And so group, a lot of you have your private groups. So is your group growing or do you still have the same 100 people? You have the same 50 people or whatever it is, and it's actually not growing. Well, a couple of things that you're going to need to do to get this group to interact with you. And I'm going to share some quick tips with you that you can go ahead and start implementing now. I'm all about the implementation, not just hoarding information. And so I'm like, okay, do it now and tell me about it. Do it now. And so that's how I operate. If I hear a new app, I'm like, let me go check it out. Like I go check it out right now. Like I don't wait and I write it down. I have, this is a business tip for you. If I hear a new speaker, if I hear a new top producer or whatever it is, and I'm curious, in my phone, just like your smartphone, we got these smartphones. So if you don't use the smartphone, it's a dumb phone. So we're going to use these smartphones. So in my phone, I have where I have different speakers and top producers, and I have their names so I can go follow their pages. I can learn from them, right? Whomever it might be, whoever you love to follow. And then also I have a place for apps. So when someone mentions an app, even if I'm, driving or whatever, when I stop, I put the app name in my phone. And so I have a category for that. So I have hundreds of different apps and I put what the app does. And so now if I'm ever looking for something like, how to erase something off a picture, there's an app called Removal. And so I'm like, oh, there was an app somebody did. I will go to my phone and I'll find what app that was so I can see if that's one that I want to use. Hi, gorgeous. Hey, Stephanie. So you need to start doing the same thing. So when you hear a speaker like myself or a trainer or coach say something, you need to write it down. There needs to be a place in the smartphone where you have all of your notes. You can go reference them, especially things like that. If someone gives you an automation tool, if someone's telling you, hey, this is the best way to do whatever, you need to make sure you have it readily available. So I have like hundreds of apps that I've heard over the last 4 years that I've been online that I've written down and I have it. And so when I'm telling you, hey, check this app out, and then you don't even go to it, you forgot, you're not going to go back to the broadcast. You need to create that. Okay, that was that. Hopefully that was helpful. Was that good? Okay. So let's talk about this Facebook group. So in order for this Facebook group to grow, and to me, it's different from a page. So I know some of you probably have a business page, but your business page really isn't going to grow until like now I have to say, go to my business page, go to my business page. But if you're not live, you're not saying, go to my business page. So that business page isn't growing. So in my opinion, you need a group. So this is my personal experience with having both. The group is a little bit more intimate. Okay. So if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. So look at this group as people that's now in your community. People like to buy from whom they know, like, and trust. So now if you're in here sharing value, you're not selling in your group like all the time. No one wants to be in a group where you're just selling me, selling me, selling me. They're not going to engage in your group. What value, write this down, what value are you contributing to the people that's in this group? So if I'm in a group, like I said, so I'm married, so I'm in a group for couples, right? In the group, guess what they share? Where to go to the movies, where they share where to vacation for couples. They share where do you go to dinner for couples. They share couples retreats. They share couple counselings. They share everything is informational where it's benefiting people that are in the group. And so then they ask questions in the group so that you can engage, like, hey, what is your favorite place to vacation as a couple? So now you have interaction in the group. So even though they do sell something, that is not the main thing that's happening in the group. And I think with a lot of people, because they have a group, they're like, oh, sale, sale, sale. Here, buy this, 2 for 1, 2 for this, 2 for that. And then you're like, well, people aren't doing it. Of course they're not, because you haven't given them any value. And they don't see that as an important group to engage with. Okay. So in your private groups, now I don't know if people, if you're having events in your group, obviously, with Facebook, you can set events. You want to do that, right? If you're setting some type of event or you're setting some rooms up, that's something that you can do in the group. If someone's on Instagram and TikTok and you need them to come over to Facebook, usually you can convert people. Like I just say, hey, I know you're on Instagram and TikTok. Come over here on Facebook. I have a private group called Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration. If you want me live, like one-on-one coaching every Wednesday at 8, come over here. So you can convert people and they will come if they're getting value. Okay. That's number one. Okay. You can convert them. The second thing is don't have they don't have to have, like, say you don't post on Facebook. All you have to do is have an account. So they don't have to be actively posting on Facebook to come over and come to my group. They don't have to do it. So same thing with you. Because some people say, well, I don't have a Facebook account. Well, do you not have an account or do you just not frequent Facebook? Those are two different things. There's a lot of people that don't post. They have the account or they can reactivate the account, and they will do that if they feel like they're going to get something out of your group. So don't be afraid to ask, right? Now, another thing that I can tell you, number 3, is schedule your post in your Facebook groups. So Facebook has a feature where you can schedule for 30 days. And so you need to make sure you're preparing, right? Every single month, you prepare for the next month. So you can schedule 30 posts in your Facebook group. It says schedule right at the top. And so you go in, you schedule, it asks you for the date, it asks you for the time. Now in my group, my other private group for my actual team and my organization, I have everything scheduled at 11:45 every single day. A post goes up in this particular group. Every single day, a post goes up at 11:45 a.m. every single day. It's scheduled every day. So therefore, the pressure is off of me that I'm not like, well, what am I going to post today in the group? Oh, I got to post on social media. I got to post in the group. I got to do a TikTok. Oh, I got to go live on Instagram. You make yourself frustrated when all you have to do is get organized and plan to win. Most people don't plan to win. Okay. They plan not to fail. So you got to plan to win every day. Because if you don't have a plan, you work for somebody who has a plan. Guarantee you do. So your plan is to schedule those 30 posts. And I would do a particular time. That way the people in the group kind of expect, okay, they're going to be having a post at this time, like a television show. You expect, I don't even know what comes on TV. Something, whatever comes on at 8 o'clock every night, every Tuesday night. That's your expectation. And you want to set the tone so they expect something to be given to them every day at this time. The other thing that you can do, half of the posts has to be non-related to your business. Like if you have a product, so if I sold candles, I cannot be in the group if it's 30 posts and 20 of the posts is candles. That's not going to work. Okay. It's not going to work. In my 3-day ride, my business course, I actually give you a content calendar in my 3-day ride. So if you haven't taken the ride yet, the link is in the bio. The 3-day ride is not this week, next week, the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th. And it's for people who really are serious about growing their organization. You want to have unlimited leads. You want to attract people to you. You're tired of posting and praying. You want to know how to start conversations. You need actual scripts. Like me, I need actual scripts. Tell me what to say. You want to learn how to convert people, and you want to maximize being online. The 3-day ride might be for you. So hashtag 3-day ride so you can get the details, or just go to the link in the bio. So in your group, your posts, if I sell candles, it can't be 20 of the posts say buy candles. That's not going to work. That's not going to work if you want people to engage. Okay. So let me tell you what you're going to post. You're going to have fun posts. Okay. It needs to be fun posts. Like in the marriage group that I'm in, they have fun posts, like memes about marriage, little sayings about marriage. No, it's funny, right? You can relate to that. Even if it's, so your group, whatever it is, where's your fun post? Because people don't interact if it's not entertaining. If it's not entertaining, that's why they're not responding. If they're not learning something, that's why they're not responding. And so you want to make sure you have fun posts going up. You want to have engagement posts. And engagement posts is when you ask a question. And so they might ask in the group, and this, they might ask personal questions to get everybody all riled up, where you could say, if it's a couples group, like they say the average person only, are intimate with their spouse 2 times a week. Is that true? Now, everybody that's married or in a relationship, like, nope, I'm 5 times, I'm 7 times. You see how I got you to engage with that, right? So you're saying something that get the people, they want to respond. People actually want to give their opinion online. Just like if I say whatever, people like, yes, they want to tell you. And so your group, however, is structured, you need to have, and it can't be engagement every day. Okay. And so if you don't have a content calendar, you need to get one, or take the 3-day ride so you can have mine. And so you have to have engagement posts where people want to interact with you, right? And I'm in a mom's group, so hashtag mama boys. And so the same thing in that group, they'll say something along the lines of, at what age did your son realize he had a penis? And so then all the moms are putting in there what age or whatever, when he noticed it or whatever he did with it. Now it becomes interesting. Now it's fun and it's educational, because then she'll say the actual age that kids start to do it. So you learn something. So it's entertainment. Okay. And then, of course, does this make sense? Yes or yes? Okay, good. Now, the other thing that you want to do in the group, write this down, is you want to do live product presentation or tutorials. So if you have candles, you can show the making of the candles. You can show how you choose the scents for the candles, right? So product tutorials are important, because I would want to know, why do I need to buy this type of candle and have this type of candle in my bathroom as opposed to this candle in the kitchen? Like, what's the difference? What's the aroma? What's this? I don't know about candles. Like, a big wick or a thin one. All of that is good information. So you want to have that live product tutorials, whatever your product is. You got to teach people about the products, because when they know something, when you know better, you do better, right? So if I know this particular candle is going to open up my sinuses, I'm like, well, that's the kind I need. But if you're not teaching me and you're just trying to sell to me, you're going to have less sales.